All right, you got 12 minutes to post for race number 3, and Dare to Be Great able to chase down Magnificent Mags, who was the main speed of that race. Dare to Be Great finally breaks through with a victory here at Finger Lakes. Had been on quite a winless streak here, but she found the field that she could be competitive. Perfect trip on the stretch out, and had something left to chase down Magnificent Mags at the wire. Joel Cruz got the victory for Iola. 11 and 9 Claimer is the third. It goes 5.5. This race starts a $1 pick 6. You see the board right now, the 4. Been Good to Know Ya, getting a lot of early play at 6 to 5. This horse by Mendelssohn, got a couple of them by Mendelssohn. Broke his maiden for 30,000. Tried winners for the first time going a mile, and didn't fare too well after chasing that day. But this one is very well bred. The dam was a 5-time stakes winner. Of course, did most of that damage on the turf. So a little more turf than dirt in this horse, although only tried the turf once and didn't do too well as a 2-year-old. And the dirt form is probably good enough to beat this field, although it is a big cutback, and there's not a lot of speed in this race. The pace comes from the 2. He's got the jack. Figures to be on the lead as far as he goes. It is his first start off the layoff, and he was stopping last year. He looked good as a 2-year-old. His first start, he ran a solid second, and Golden Hills is still running in allowance races here, and then came back with a good-looking victory in the slop. But as a 3-year-old, just didn't put it together and had only 3 starts in 2023, so he'll try again here as a 4-year-old. Again, may have a tactical edge if he's able to shoot out there to the front end. Another one that's well-bred. The Dam's a half to Circular Quay, who was a multiple graded stakes winner. The 5 is Captain of My Heart. Captain of My Heart will be making his second start of the year. It switches to Jackie Davis after finishing off the board. Was just a little too far out of it and never really could make a move, but it was competitive at the 11 and 9 level last year. Numbers wise fits really well, and probably benefits from getting that race under his belt last time. So that's some of the rivals for the third race on the card. Exacta Tri Super Daily Double pick 3 and pick 6 starts in here.
just about 5 minutes to post. Horses will be making their way out onto the track shortly. Let's talk about the third kickoff, the pick six. A little under $1,000 carryover. Over $1,300 in new money already in there. So race 3, we sprint for the first time today, and I don't want to say I had that tough of a time with the race, but I felt like you had to make a decision here, and the public has made theirs so far. I think the decision you had to make here was, were you going to just take the Aqueduct shipper, Been Good to Know You, who has never been up here at Finger Lakes for Charlie Baker, and the public has decided to do that so far, 3-2 right now on the number 4, Been Good to Know You, or were you going to try to take a little bit of a shot against this horse? I did with the white-hot Paul Barrow barn, the number 3, Connect the Brox, who just missed to the repeat winner Barfly in his most recent. It was off just about a 9-week layoff. This horse wintered at Aqueduct. He ran 3 times, didn't do particularly well, and he came back here in a sprint going the 6, and he raced really well, even though he spent most of his career going long. In fact, the only other sprint he had on the card was an allowance company last year, and he didn't race that poorly off of a similar type of layoff. He missed August and September and came back nearly identically in a much tougher race to Coney Road, Pop Coyer. Now he's on the board at 3-1, and I felt like he was the one. If you were going to try to take a little bit of a swing against the favorite here, that he was the place I wanted to go. Been Good to Know You, the number 4, so I put second. And like I said, ships up from Aqueduct, Brokers made in 2 starts back. They stretched him out to a mile to no avail last time against winners for the first time. And Charlie did what he was supposed to do. Horse won from maiden 30, cut the horse in half. Even though it was a state-bred race, he cut the horse in half. That's what you're supposed to do. And now this horse takes another drop in class to the $11,000 True Life. It's the right move, and maybe it's just that simple in here, but I took a little swing against him. The other dropper is the 2. He's got the Jack. This will be his first start in for any tag for Chris Englehart, John Davila Jr. He's raced just 5 times, his last 2 with blinkers, when last seen in September and October right here at Finger Lakes. Tell you, at the beginning of his career as a 2-year-old, looked like he might be okay. Got beat in his first race, and he came back and galloped, but had a long layoff from November to August, and now another one from October to June. Been hard for Chris to keep the horse on the racetrack, and we'll see if he can revert to that 2-year-old form. He might need to with both the Connect the Brox and Been Good to Know You in here. 3-4-2 for me. Field's getting ready to come out onto the track. Best of luck here in race 3. Pick 6. $1 pick 6. Best kind there is, in my opinion. Starts right now. And the field for race 3, the start of the $1 pick 6 has made its way to the track. The 1 is 30 Oysters with J.M. Rohina. The number 3 is Connect the Brox. Jeremiah Flores rides. The 4 has Been Good to Know Ya with Andre Worry. The 5 is Captain of My Heart. Jackie Davis rides. The 6 is McDonough with Carlos Camillo. And there's the 2. He's got the Jack. John Davila Jr. rides. A little over a minute to post. Again, the $1 pick 6 starts here. Post times in a minute. 1 minute. The field for race 3 at the start of the pick 6 is at the gate, and it's post time. $30 oysters set to go in first. Followed by He's Got the Jack. Connect the Brox goes in. With a little help from his assistant starter friends. Here's the favorite, Been Good to Know Ya. Captain of My Heart goes in. And the last to load is Longshot McDonough. Don't forget, special first post Tuesday and Wednesday, 11:15 a.m. Next couple of racing days, 11:15 a.m. PP's available, fingerlakesgaming.com, courtesy of Equibase, around 6:30 the night prior to the card. They're in the gate. And they're off. There goes He's Got the Jack to the lead. On the outside, McDonough is in pursuit in second. Then we come back. They're 3-ply across the track from the rail out. It's 30 oysters. Connect the Brox. And the favorite, Been Good to Know Ya. Captain of My Heart trails. He's about 8 lengths from the lead. Freewheeling on the lead is He's Got the Jack. He's Got the Jack steps away to a 3-length lead through an opening quarter and a sharp 22-4. McDonough gives chase in second. Now, up into third is Been Good to Know Ya. Fourth is Connect the Brox. Dropping back 2 lengths is Captain of My Heart. 30 oysters trails the field. He's Got the Jack. And Been Good to Know Ya get closer. He's Got the Jack still there. He's Got the Jack. Flag fall to that's all by a length. Then it was McDonough, Been Good to Know Ya, and Connect the Brox in 105-4. Race 3 is official. 2-6-4-3. Out of the Giants Causeway mare, Circle of Love. The New York bred He's Got the Jacks, owned by Ron Cicchetti, trained by Chris Englehart. Winning rider, John Davila Jr. 6-4-3, $18.60. Race 4 comes up next. It starts today's 50-cent pick 5. Here in the 4th, scratch the 2 Unbridled Drain, the 5 Sweet Tooth Sue, and the 7 All About Bella. Race 4, scratch the 2, 5, and 7. Post time for the 4th. The start of that 50-cent pick 5 is in just over 20 minutes. Don't forget, folks, again, with heat and humidity in the forecast, special early posts Tuesday and Wednesday, June 18th and 19th, 11:15 a.m. Doors will open at 10:30 a.m. Special first post tomorrow and Wednesday, 11:15 a.m. Folks, we got a claim out of race 3.
Got 11 minutes to post for the fourth, and yeah, he's got the jack. Was the speed? It's just a matter of coming off the layoff if he would have the be able to sustain the lead, and was able to do so today. Horse does have some talent. He's showed it before. Just had the off year last year, but a nice bounce back race to start off the 4-year campaign, and maybe at the right level too, starting in for a claim. That one will start off the dollar pick 6. Scratch the 2 on Bridal's Reign, the 5 Sweet Tooth Sue, and the 7 All About Bella. Yeah, the one Princess Sonia, if this one's even close to right, she should be able to beat the 5,000 claimers in here. How good did she look when she first arrived here, winning handily? You probably didn't see a horse win any easier than this one did in that race. And then came back, and despite a very slow start against a good allowance field, she still drew away pretty easily, and then just didn't have it anymore. She did run against Missing Fortune, a couple tough allowance groups, and then came off a layoff and just simply was a disappointment in her last $5,000 race. But she gets a freshening. She's in for the waiver, and I think that's the key here. The fact that she's in for a waiver, and Maritza Sonia, horse to beat in here. She's at odds of 9-5. Maybe you'll get some value on her because there is some question marks coming off the layoff. Only that one start since July, but she does start at the 5,000, and she's in for the waiver. So the one shot to maybe upset her would be maybe PJ's Rider. Front speed looking okay the first 3 races, and PJ's Rider is inside of Ruler of the Night, so she should be a little bit quicker than that rival to get the front end. And she's a nice price at odds of 5-1, putting the blinkers on. She actually is cutting back in distance a little bit too after going 6 furlongs, which she had to battle a little bit before fading, and before that she was chasing going 5. Well, she stays at 5,000. She's the speed if she's in. She could get the jump on Ruler of the Night, who's just outside of her, and she's currently not getting much play, which is kind of surprising. Moulin Rouge, maybe more of a stalking trip, can put this horse in the number. She ran okay off the layoff by beating a pretty soft group, and then ran into a tougher group last time. So this is a little easier than what she faced in the last race, into a straight 3 lifetime today. Moulin Rouge, certainly a threat because she has faced tougher. Those are some of the competitors that have a shot to win here in the fourth. It starts to pick 5, scratch the 2, 5, and 7.
Six minutes to post for race 4. Late pick, well, pick 5. I always say late pick 5. Pick 5 time here at Finger Lakes, 50 cent minimum if you're not alive in the pick 6, or if you are and you want to double up, have at it. Field of 6 after the scratch of the 2, 5, and 7. I went outside here. The number 9, Sweet DeSantis. I saw 8-1 on the morning line. I saw Michael Anthony Ferraro, our leading trainer. I saw Kay Barcoa, our leading rider. A couple of decent efforts before going to the bench when the addition of blinkers was made, and I said, I'm all in. All in's probably a little bit of a strong term here, but I'll tell you what, the way the barn and the rider are going, they've been hitting it a fantastic percentage together as well. Man, it's hard to ignore this daughter of Desert Party. And she's going to get some pace in here. Princess Sonia from the iron. PJ's rider has speed. Ruler of the Night have speed. So the three inside fillies and mares all have speed. And I would just imagine that she's able to work out a good trip and come down the center. At least that's what I'm hoping. In for the waiver, as she should be. I know her races before she went to the bench were on wet tracks, but she's run just fine on dry tracks in the past. She's a really good price right now at 9-2. If she stays at that price, I think she's worth a win bet. Try the 9 Sweet DeSantis, the 4 Ruler of the Night. Got the job done second off the November layoff for Jeffrey Engelhard, whose barn's heating up a little bit. A couple of winners last week. This filly's 2 for 6 here. And 2 for 10 here, actually. 2 for 6 at the distance, though. I don't know if she's going to get as easy a lead as she did last time with Princess Sonia and PJ's rider in here. She probably can't, but she'll be forward, and we'll see how Princess Sonia reacts to the layoff. You know, Princess Sonia has a lot of layoff lines on her card, and her last 3 races were not very good as she left the allowance ranks and disappointed at 1-5, really 1-4 when last seen in November. And that itself was off a 3.5-month layoff, so 3.5 months from the end of July to November, another 7 months now. We'll see. She's 3-2 right now. I believe she is a vulnerable favorite. 9-4-1 from me as these fillies and mares going 5.5 furlongs set to head out of the paddock in just a couple of minutes. Don't forget, that pick 5 starts here. Best of luck if you're playing here at Finger Lakes Gaming and Racetrack. The field for race 4, the start of today's pick 5, is coming out onto the track. The 1 is Princess Sonia with Luis Perez. Here's the 3, PJ's rider, Anthony Rodriguez rides. The 4 is Ruler of the Night. Emmanuel De Diego looks for his second win on the card. The 6 is Moulin Rouge with Jackie Davis. The 8 is Tracy's Girl with Stephen Frett. And the 9 is Sweet DeSantis with Kay Barcoa. Scratch the 2, 5, and 7. Pick 5 starts here. Post time in a little over a minute. Once again, folks, I will keep reminding you throughout the day, due to the heat, post times for tomorrow and Wednesday. First post will be 11:15 a.m. First post tomorrow and Wednesday, 11:15 a.m. Gates open here at Finger Lakes Racetrack, 10:30. 10:30 gates open, doors open, 11:15 first post tomorrow morning and Wednesday morning. Post time's less than a minute. Less than a minute. Get your pick fives in. The field for race 4 has made its way to the starting gate, and she's followed by Ruler of the Night. Moulin Rouge is in. Here's Tracy's Girl. Last to load is Sweet DeSantis. They're in the gate. Put some room at the rail to grab the lead away from Ruler of the Night. It's PJ's Rider, 3 parts of a length. Ruler of the Night and Manuel de Diego trying to keep up in second through a 22-4 opening quarter. Princess Sonia's moved up a few spots. She's in third. Now late rallies from Sweet DeSantis and Moulin Rouge, but they're all going to be too late as Princess Sonia goes past the 16th pole and under the wire with a 4-length win. Then it was Ruler of the Night, Sweet DeSantis. Moulin Rouge rounds out the super in 107. Princess Sonia was first. 4, Ruler of the Night second. 9, Sweet DeSantis third. 6, Moulin Rouge was fourth. Returning to the winner's circles, the number 1, Princess Sonia. 6-year-old mare is the daughter of FNX. Out of the distorted humor mare, Sign Off. The New York bred Princess Sonia is owned by Happy Face Racing Stable, trained by Michael S. Ferraro, winning rider Luis Perez. And it's official. $2 double 2-1, 15-20. $2 exacta 1-4, $8.20. 50-cent try, $1,495, 50 cents. 10-cent super, 1496, $2.18. 50-cent pick 3, 221, $9.85. The 50-cent pick 4, 5221, 15 and a quarter. Race 5 comes up next. The late pick 4 begins in race 5. Scratch the 1 trivia. Scratch the 5, I know you ain't talking to me. And the 7, Maggie. Race 5, scratch to 1, 5, and 7. Race number 6, scratch to 3, Puff's Magic Dragon, and the 9, Sharp Playboy. Race 6, scratch to 3 and 9, rider change for the 7 with dashing speed to Anthony Rodriguez. Anthony Rodriguez rides the 7 in race 6. In race 7, scratch to 1, Cantbeck, and the 2 Impermanence. Race 7, take out the 1 and 2. And in race number 8, scratch to 7, Anna V, and the 9, Jen's Kiss. Race 8, scratch to 7 and 9. Pick 4 time in race 5. Post time for the 5th is in just over 21 minutes.
All right, coming up on race number 5, and no doubt about that winner, Princess Sonia in for the waiver, makes it look easy. She didn't have a lot of early speed. She had to chase a little bit, but that just shows a little bit of a freshening back in for the 5, and she was too good for that field. Louis Perez for Michael S. Ferraro to start off your pick 5. They found her. They found her late. She got off at odds of 1-2. 11-9 claimer is the 5th. It's for Phillies winners. Not won 2 races since the date, or never won 4 lifetime. Search it over. I think Wabansee's the only one in for the easier part of the condition, the 4 lifetime. The rest of them in for the date condition. And as you see, only 2 horses getting back in this race. Amazing Dottie figures to be the short price favorite, and then Holiday Jazz off the last number will be a threat as well. But Amazing Dottie probably going to get the lead on this bunch, and might be proved tough to catch. She looked outstanding in her first start off the layoff. She dropped slightly to 11-9 and just drew away from that bunch effortlessly. And it was a good field too. That included Curl Talk and Isle Storm, and she went 21 for the first quarter, and she was with that pace, and she finished up in less than a minute. And Amazing Dottie looks like if she could repeat that performance, will be awfully tough in here. She just has to go that extra furlong. Shouldn't be a problem getting a race under her belt. Holiday Jazz took advantage of a soften up Isle Storm and was able to close ground. She's looked good in the sprints, though, the first 2 races of the year, running second because she's an Arctic Queen. Although that race is a little dressed up because she's an Arctic Queen was probably lengths the best in that race. But still a good effort by Holiday Jazz. She wants longer distance, but she was able to take advantage of that pace coming back last time, and she goes 6 furlongs again today. Again, other than Amazing Dottie with the scratches, ain't much else in here to finish second, and you might be looking at a very, very short exacta. The other horse that maybe plays a little bit would be the 2 Flattery's Music. This one dropped to the 11-9 last time and was a few lengths behind Amazing Dottie, so she'll have to try to make up those lengths. Unless if that one falters, maybe she's got a chance. Unfortunately, she's got to face that rival again, and she'll have to improve off of that effort, or maybe outrun her going 3/4. Exacta Tri Super Daily Double or Pick 4 starts at race number 5. Got about 8 minutes to post. Again, scratch the 1, 5, and 7.
All right, late pick 4 time here with about 6 minutes to post. 4 until the horses head to the track. Scratch to 1, 5, and 7. Let's see if the connections of Holiday Jazz, Ralph D'Alessandro trainer, Gumster stable owner, and Manuel de Diego rider can follow up on the success with Jayla in the first by nabbing 2 on the card. Holiday Jazz got the job done last time out, just a couple of weeks back. In fact, 12 days ago, in the condition for this step below. Now she bumps up and the date race, and she should work out a good trip from just off the pace of Amazing Dottie, who is your current 2 to 5 favorite. I think Wabunsi, who's nowhere near as fast, was really the only one that could keep Amazing Dottie any kind of company. The other speed came out of here. Sweet Charlotte's does her best running from off the pace. So I would imagine that if Wabunsi doesn't go after Amazing Dottie, the connections of Chris Englehart and John Davila Jr. are going to win their second on the card. It's very hard to look past these two, for me anyway, the way the pace of the race is supposed to shape up. If somebody goes with Amazing Dottie, she's vulnerable. If nobody does, well, she's probably going to win. So I'll try Holiday Jazz in a little bit of a mild upset. They're 9 to 5 and 2 to 5 right now. I put Sweet Charlotte's third in case something wild happens and this falls apart and she comes rolling. I'll tell you what, Sweet Charlotte's may have been involved in one of the more impressive efforts of the year. She made the lead at the 8th pole, but our fantasy, who basically just stood in the starting gate, came rolling by the entire field to win the starter optional last time, where Sweet Charlotte's was third. She already has a win at the meet for Deborah Breed, those Sweet Charlotte's. But she is the third choice by a long way here. 3-4-1A as these fillies and mares get ready to head out to the track in just a couple of minutes. Late pick 4 time. Best of luck if you're playing. Don't forget, 11:15 first post tomorrow and Wednesday. Gates open, doors open, I should say, here at Finger Lakes tomorrow at 10:30. Free pass performances tonight after 6:30. Available over at fingerlakesgaming.com. Again, they'll be available after 6:30 this evening. Best of luck in the late pick 4. The field for race 5, the start of the late pick 4, is out on the track. Scratch the 1, Trivia. The 1A is Sweet Charlotte's with Joel Cruz in the saddle. The 2 is Flattery's Music. Michael Davila Jr. rides. The 3 is Holiday Jazz with Emmanuel de Diego. The 4 is Amazing Dottie with John Davila Jr. Scratch to 5, I know you ain't talking to me. The 6 is Wabunsi with Jeremiah Flores. Scratch to 7, Maggie. Late pick 4 time, post time in just over a minute. Post time in a minute. 1 minute. The field for race 5. The start of the late pick 4 is behind the gate, and it's post time. First to load in is Flattery's Music. Holiday Jazz goes in the Gumster stable, green and black. Up next is the favorite, Amazing Dottie. Waboonsy goes forward. Last to load is Sweet Shallots. They're in the gate. And they're off from the outside. There's Sweet Shallots now rushing up as Amazing Dottie. Following her is Waboonsy. So these two now have a length and a half on Sweet Shallots, who broke a lotely but has been taken back. Along the insides, Flattery's Music, and splitting fillies and mares is Holiday Jazz. Up the backstretch, it's the favorite Amazing Dottie. She has 2 lengths now on Waboonsy, who's trying to keep up in second. Along the rail is Flattery's Music. A length more back to Holiday Jazz, and the trailer after the good start is Sweet Shallots, 23 flat. The opening quarter as Amazing Dottie starts to scamper away. Amazing Dottie 2.5 lengths to the good of Flattery's Music, who just moved past Waboonsy into second. Holiday Jazz trying to get going from fourth, and still last is Sweet Shallots. The field makes their way around the far turn. 46 for the half. Amazing Dottie's all alone on the front end, off the turn and into the stretch with a commanding half a dozen length lead. It's all Amazing Dottie here, and she starts to run up the score as she comes past the 16th pole. It's all Amazing Dottie. She's going to win it by as far as she wants. Moving into second was Waboonsy, who re-rallied, but it was all Amazing Dottie. Then Waboonsy and Sweet Shallots in a sharp 111-1. Number 4, Amazing Dottie first. 6, Waboonsy second. 1A, Sweet Shallots third. 3, Holiday Jazz finished fourth. Race 5 is official. Returning to the winner's circle is the number 4, Amazing Dottie. 5-year-old mare is the daughter of Big Brown out of the Wildcat Air mare, Wild About Maze. Amazing Dottie is a New York bred owned by Sheila Englehart. 2 wins on the day for trainer Chris Englehart. 2 wins on the day for rider John Davila Jr. $2 double 1-4, $4.70. $2 exacta 4-6, 38.20. 50-cent try 4-6-1, 29.37. 10-cent super 4-6, 1-3, $8.87. 50-cent pick 3, 2-1-4, $5.50. Race 6 comes up next. Kicks off the final pick 3 of the day. Scratch the 3, Puff's Magic Dragon. And the 9, Sharp Playboy. Scratch the 3 and 9. And a rider change for the 7 with dashing speed to Anthony Rodriguez. Post time for race 6 is in just over 21 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, we had a claim in race 5. The number 3 Holiday Jazz to new owner CB Thoroughbreds, new trainer Ronnie Breed Jr. That claim on the number 3 Holiday Jazz out of race number 5. As you can see on your television monitors, folks, don't forget special post time tomorrow and Wednesday. Doors open at 10:30 for a first post of 11:15 a.m. That's tomorrow and Wednesday. Doors open at 10:30 a.m. for a first post of 11:15 a.m. tomorrow and Wednesday. Get your free pass performances at fingerlakesgaming.com, courtesy of Equibase, around 6:30 tonight for tomorrow's card.
We're in the paddock for race number 6, and yeah, Amazing Dottie was so impressive last time at the level. She comes back, and she was the main speed today, and she was just way too good for that field. Certainly helped when Holiday Jazz stumbled to the start, so that made for another horse to get second. Wabansi took advantage and was able to at least add some value to that exacta as Amazing Dottie, an impressive 14-length winner of race number 5. You probably got a single to start off your pick 5. 6th race, we do scratch the first time starter, the 3, Puffs Magic Dragon, also scratch the 9, Sharp Playboy. More competitive race here. Now, Alfgar was behind horses, kind of blocked for a lot of the trip, and King Collie just kind of was just having it easy on the front end in that meeting last time, and King Collie ended up winning the race. Alfgar was a heavy favor that got beat. Now, you could say it was a little bit easier field, but it was the trouble that got the horse beat last time. Now, it seems to be a little tougher. You got some new shooters in here. You got Pantagelli, who's got good numbers. Golden Scarlet's a new face that's been running against tougher, but stopping pretty badly. I think the one biggest issue might be that front speed has been pretty decent today, and Alfgar is one that doesn't have a lot of early speed, but might just be better than these horses. See if we get a better trip today, and he's currently getting some play at odds of even money. Mentioned Pantagelli. Maybe today's finally the day for this one. He does have a tendency to finish second. That's been the biggest issue. Well, the main issue, he's got 9 starts, 6 seconds. That's why he's still in this maiden condition, because he's certainly good enough to get through and beat these horses at the special weight level. Did get beat by a pretty good one, Eric Ridge, in that last start. So maybe he's on the improve. Second start off the layoff, and this is a field that you would think that he'd have a big chance to get to the winner's circle. Strong player, he's at odds of 5-2, and his tactical speed will help him on this track. Now, the speed of the race might be from the outside. I mentioned the 10, Golden Scarlet, and he's a price, and mainly because he's getting beat many lengths in a lot of his starts. I mean, he's showing good speed and then stopping in New York. I mean, those are some tough $40,000 maiden claimers that he's been up against. Last race at Monmouth, stopped pretty badly there. Well-bred horse, you recognize the connections. Albert Freed, Charlie Baker won a lot of stakes races here. You got Andre Worry, leading rider from a couple years ago, and they paid $70,000 for this one as a 2-year-old. It is a Golden Sense gelding, and this one certainly may be worth a look at a price, as he's not getting much for play. Maybe he'll forget to stop coming here to Finger Lakes. A couple others to consider. You got a first-time starter, a couple first-time starters. You got Coin Jar for John Buckley. This one's got some decent works out of Mystery Mix. That damn Mystery Mix is a half to Lovely Ride, was a multiple stakes winner. So there's some breeding there for Colin Jar, who's a central banker. We've seen them do well here. Then you got Father Tim for Bill Bartlett. That one's a $20,000 yearling that is a Kentucky bred who will debut with Lasix. Neither one of them, I don't think, are getting much for early action in this race. The other one to consider, maybe the 2, Jake's Orchard. Has been off a long time for Torelli and the Niz. This one off 11 months. Had 2 starts at Saratoga, though, against much tougher as a 2-year-old. So we'll go first-time Lasix and first-time gelded for his first start here as a 3-year-old. They did pay $35,000 for this one back during that 2-year-old campaign. So that's some of the players. That one is taking some early money, though. For the 6th race, we do start the late pick 3. Interesting 6th race. Maybe look for a little value here, considering the big favor might have to come from out of it. See if he can get a trip. Exacta Tri Super and Daily Double also available.
Welcome back. Race 6 upon us here. Final pick 3 of the day. Listen, Mr. Obvious here, it's been a little chalky today. I got it. I understand. But we all know, you Game of Thrones fans know what Ned Stark says, what everything before Bud is. You got a big field of 10 maidens here. They're going 5.5. It's a little bit of a scramble. I like a couple of chalks. I think there's a loony horse in here. A real loony horse, but that's just me. I actually put the one More Valor third. And I'll explain in a minute. So, I tell you it's a 10-horse field. I went to Pantangeli. I can't take out Alfgar at that price. I just can't do it. I can't do it. Can he win? Yeah. But I took a shot with Pantangeli. I was hoping Pantangeli would be a little bit of a bigger price, but coming out of the Eric Ridge race, for those of you who don't know, Eric Ridge came in from Kentucky sporting 70 and 80 buyer speed figures and came in. And truth be told, he did not beat Pantangeli all that handily. Pantangeli was good that day. And now he's the speed. He's got company, but he's the speed, and he's drawn outside of anyone else. Alfgar, there was a time when Alfgar was fast, and Alfgar could have been a little closer to him, but now he is the speed of the speed in here. And he's the main speed, and I think he's just going to go. If anybody can press him, it's Alfgar, maybe Golden Scarlet. I don't think anybody else can come close to him, especially with Jeremiah Flores, the way he's been riding. And, man, the Paul Barrow barn's been on fire. So I'm going to try Pantangeli. I actually like him a lot today. I put Alfgar second just based on figs, and, he makes some sense. He tried to come through a hole along the inside the other day. He had every chance to get through, but in his defense, it was a tight spot. And, I'm not going to necessarily hold that against him. I didn't like his last 2 races down in New York before shipping up here. And then last time, people are going to look and see, well, he was 30, it was 3-10, and should he have gotten a job done? Probably, but he was in a tough spot that last 3/16 of a mile or so as the number 2 Jake's Orchard. I'm going to get screamed at by you Bills Mafia fumbling this. More Valor, very briefly, as they come onto the track. He's 100 to 1, 34 to 1 to be exact. Wow. And one now, rider off Coin Jar, the firster here. Kevin Navarro fell off, but he's up, and it looks like they apprehended Coin Jar right away. Very briefly, More Valor is 100 to 1, 35 to 1 to be exact. He's shown some speed in the past. Look, he's a real big price. They're cutting him back from the mile on 70 yards. But I don't even know if that's even considered a race last time. He actually has some time now between starts. And maybe that's going to help his cause. I was just looking to ring the bell at a big price. I'm going to use him on one backup pick 3 ticket. I'm not looking to go crazy with him here. But, if the favorites and Alfgar's disappointed and Pantangeli, they've all disappointed in the past. I want a little bit of a horse that's a little fresher and, finally gets a little time between races. Like I said, a backup pick 3 ticket with the one More Valor. 8-5-1 for me here in race number 6. As the field makes its way onto the track. And here's the field for race 6. The one is More Valor with Heeman Harkey. The 2 is Jake's Orchard with Stephen Frett. Scratch the 3, Puff's Magic Dragon. The 4 is Coin Jar with Kevin Navarro. Here's the 5, Alfgar. Emmanuel De Diego rides. The 6 is Father Tim with Joel Cruz. Here's the 8, Pentangeli. Jeremiah Flores is in the saddle. Scratch the 9, Sharp Playboy. The 10 is Golden Scarlet. Andre Worry rides. The 11, Sharpoon with Donovan Miller. The 12 is Don Antonio. Rafael Rohina Jr. is in the saddle. And there's the 7 with Dashing Speed. Please note the rider change to Anthony Rodriguez. Field of 10, going 5.5 furlongs. The final pick 3 of the day starts here. Post times in less than 2 minutes. Post times in a minute. 1 minute. The field for race 6 has made its way to the starting gate, and it's post time. Loading in for the final pick 3 of the day. More Valor at a big price goes in first. Jake's Orchard is next. Jockey Stephen Frett gives him a little encouragement, along with a couple of assistant starters. Great gate crew here at Finger Lakes gets him in. Here's one of the debuters, Coin Jar. Coin Jar a bit apprehensive. They're going to open the front of the stall, and jockey Kevin Navarro is going to dismount from Coin Jar. Now Coin Jar gets in. Kevin Navarro will climb back aboard in the gate. Here's your favorite, currently, Alfgar. Followed by doors at 10:30 tomorrow for an 11:15 post tomorrow and Wednesday. with Dashing Speed goes in. Pentangeli's been bet down to co-favoritism. Golden Scarlet goes in. Here's Sharpoon at a big price. And the last to load is Don Antonio. They're in the gate. And they're off. Breaking a bit slowly there was the firster, Father Tim. The other firster, Coin Jar, right to the lead. Coin Jar's in front. To the outside, there's Golden Scarlet. Along the rail is More Valor, who's showing speed today. Rushing between is Jake's Orchard. Checking there with Dashing Speed. And Anthony Rodriguez put on the brakes. Pentangeli moves up outside of him. Then the duo of Sharpoon and Don Antonio. To the outside is Alfgar, and at the back is Father Tim, Coin Jar. Golden Scarlet on the attack through a quick 22-1 opening quarter. In the meantime, Pentangeli poised to pounce from third. Moving up there is Sharpoon. Far outside, Alfgar trying to get involved. Along the inside is Jake's Orchard. Don Antonio's there as well. Off the turn and into the stretch. Coin Jar trying to see it through. 46 flat. Golden Scarlet's been at him the whole way. Down the center, Pentangeli. Coin Jar past the 8th pole, still a length in front. Pentangeli trying to come down the center. It's down to Coin Jar and Pentangeli. Coin Jar's almost home. Pentangeli a final run at him, but Coin Jar's going to hold Pentangeli to win his debut by 2. Then it was Pentangeli, Golden Scarlet, tight for 4th in 105 and 4. Number 4, Coin Jar was first. 8, Pentangeli was second. 10, Golden Scarlet third. It's a photo for 4th. Number 5, Alfgar was 4th. Making his way to the winner's circle for the first time is the number 4, Coin Jar. 3-year-old gelding's the son of Central Banker. Out of the Awesome Again there Mystery Mix. The New York bred Coin Jar is owned by Windy Lee Farm LLC, trained by John Buckley, winning rider Kevin Navarro, and it's official. $2 double, 4-4, 23.80. $2 exact to 4-8, 71 even. 50-cent try, 4-8-10, 134.75, and the 10-cent super, 4-8-10-5, $65.90. Race 7 comes up next. Late double wagering offered in race 7. Scratch to 1, Kent Beck, and the 2 Impermanence. Scratch to 1 and 2 out of the 7th. And in race number 8, scratch to 7, Anavi, and the 9, Jen's Kiss. Race 8, scratch to 7 and 9. Post time for race 7, the start of the late double, is in just over 20 minutes.
man, this horse could run and was able to get the front over Golden Scarlet, and that was the difference on this track, where you need to be forwardly placed. And Coin Jar gets the victory. Kevin Navarro for John Buckley to start off the late pick 3 for Windy Leaf Farm. 10-1's not bad. Of course, was acting up a lot before that race. Seventh race, an allowance race for fillies and mares. Never won 2 condition. We'll scratch parts of entry. Camp Beck the 1, the 2 Impermanents both out of pretty competitive race. Now, Batoli's Legacy, the logical favorite, is getting pounded right now, 1-2. A Kentucky bred that's cutting way back from a mild, but does have some tactical sprint speed. Could help her out. She was against restricted 3s against the 40s down there, and then the only time against older, she did go long. So she comes here, should be a little bit easier spot for her. She attracts Jackie Davis, and this Kentucky bred got good numbers. She's going to get played. She's at odds of 1-2. See how she'll match up here. Looks like a good competitive spot for her. See, she's my second choice. I took a shot in here with the 5 Grand Lady Indy, who had been running competitively against easier maidens at Tampa, was claimed for 10,000, came here and tried allowance competition, and has actually run well 2 races in a row. As chasing paces, and actually both times has taken the lead in the stretch before getting caught by some good horses. Dorothy's Dreams probably would beat this field. Shelley ran him down. Shelley's a good-looking horse. He's more of an off-the-pace type, but it's got a good stride. So she fits well here, and she's going to be a price. If she could get the right kind of trip and stay close on this track, Grand Lady Indy could be a factor at odds of 6-1. The 2B is Dale Avenue. She looked good breaking her maiden. She ran a solid second to Call Me Penny. Couldn't stay straight, or she probably would have won that race. There was some bumping in the stretch, but followed up with a good victory over next out winner Campback, who scratched out of here. So she'll try winners for the first time. She'll add Lasix for this race and go back to 5.5 furlongs. But she could be an up-and-comer. I mean, she's a half to a bunch of good ones in here, in Finger Lakes anyway. You got Octolieber, Jackson Avenue, Honorable Avenue, and High Command all ran here, and all ran here competitively. So she should be competitive in this spot as well. Again, moving against winners, good winners field. Who Asked You? There's another horse with speed, but she's off the break since November. She's by Will Gear Road, who was a good one here at Finger Lakes way back when, and she's been no worse than 4th in her 4 starts. So she's been competitive. The 3 starts against winners, a couple top 3 finishes. So it's just a matter of how sharp she's going to be coming off the layoff since November. But pretty competitive group here. Really, Maze Love Lashley is kind of the only one that.
Welcome back as we kick off the late double. Nice performance there. Nice debut from Coin Jar. Acted up in the paddock, acted up behind the gate. Jumped off. Kevin Navarro did. Got back on. They opened the gates. They closed the gates. He gave them some fits getting in there. But, boy, once he got out of there, it was over. Nice effort. Congratulations to all the connections. Sure we'll see Coin Jar later on in the meet here at Finger Lakes. All right. Kick off the late double here. Scratch the solid 1, Can't Beck, the solid 2 Impermanence. Leaves us with a field of 6. Why run 2 and 1 will do? I'm hoping that's what Ronald Breed, well, CB Thoroughbreds, because Deborah trained Impermanence, but Dale Avenue got the job done over Can't Beck, who's not playing this afternoon. Wire-to-wire fashion, 3rd start. And gets Lasix now after the victory a month ago to the day. Like I said, in wire-to-wire fashion, going to have to deal with Miss Wobbles, who's very fast, but drawn outside. Who Asked You? Also drawn outside here. Dale Avenue going to be outside those 2. So we'll see if Dale Avenue can take advantage of being the outside speed, if you will, here. Even Grand Lady Indy has some gas early. Um, she's the right price here too. I thought I liked her two efforts this season, and I think she's the right price. First time Lasix 9-2. We'll try Dale Avenue for the slight upset of Mitoli's Legacy, who we'll get to in a minute. The four who asked you, better races appear to come on wet tracks, but I would argue, Counselor, that her best race was her second race, which was on a fast track, and she finished third that day to a couple of nice fillies. Came back off a slight break and dueled on the front end, then almost upset the apple cart at close to 20-1. Now we see a layoff from Michael Ferraro Sr., who already won one with a layoff runner, Princess Sonia, back in race 4. I think she makes some sense at a nice little price. And then the favorite, Mitoli's Legacy. Look, these connections brought one in from Kentucky, Eric Ridge, and he galloped, looking to do the same thing here, 4-5. This was cutting back from a mile to 5.5, though. And maybe the circuit relief is enough like it was last time, but I think there are a couple. Here's the field for race 7. The 1A is Miss Wobbles with John Davila Jr. looking for a riding triple. The 2B is Dale Avenue with Michael Davila Jr. Here's the 3, Mitoli's Legacy. Jackie Davis rides. The 4 is Who Asked You? With Luis Perez looking for a riding double. Here's the 5, Grand Lady Indy. Heeman Harkey's aboard. And the 6 is Mays Loved Laffy with Andre Worry. Late double starts here, post time in a little over a minute. Don't forget, folks, special first post tomorrow and Tuesday, 11:15 a.m. Gates open 10:30. Doors open 10:30 tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow morning, I should say, and Wednesday morning. Doors open 10:30 a.m. First post 11:15 a.m. Both Tuesday, June 18th, and Wednesday, June 19th. Post times in a minute. 1 minute. The field for race 7 is behind the gate, and it's post time. Rider is off Dale Avenue. Assistant starter will take Dale Avenue to the front of the starting gate and back her in. And then jockey Michael Buvilla Jr. will climb aboard in the gate. She'll load first. She's in. Michael climbs aboard. Matoli's Legacy goes into stall 1, followed by Who Asked You? Here's Grand Lady Indy. Off. From between fillies, there goes Miss Wobbles to the lead. It's Miss Wobbles, the pressure in second. Grand Lady Indy just moved into third. Along the inside is Matoli's Legacy, who's moved up a spot. Past Who Asked You, long way back. Maze Love Laffy trails. Dale Avenue, the new leader. It's Dale Avenue. She's about to face a fresh challenge from Grand Lady Indy on the far outside. Dale Avenue trying to hold off Grand Lady Indy through a half and 46 flat. It's Dale Avenue and Michael Davila Jr. He's going to work now. Grand Lady Indy took a big run at her. Matoli's Legacy down the center has to do better from there. Coming past the 8th pole, it's all Dale Avenue. 16th pole, Dale Avenue by 3. Dale Avenue by 3 over Grand Lady Indy. Matoli's Legacy musters a third place finish in 106 and 1. To be, Dale Avenue was first. It's a photo for second. Number 5, Grand Lady Indy was second. 3, Matoli's Legacy third. 6, Maze Love Laffy finished fourth. Race 7's official. Turning to the winner's circles, the 2B, Dell Avenue. 4-year-old daughter of play show exact to try and superfecta wagering. Scratch the 7 on a V and the 9, Jen's Kiss. Post time for race 8 is in just over 20 minutes. Again, folks, one last reminder, 11:15 first post tomorrow. Doors open at 10:30. PP's available at fingerlakesgaming.com for tomorrow's card after 6:30 tonight. Again, tomorrow and Wednesday, first post 11:15. Doors open at 10:30 here at Finger Lakes Gaming and Racetrack.
All right, getting ready to conclude the Monday card. I do want to remind people next week we do have our next stakes races of the season. We already ran the Barker early in the year with a performance by Jack and Bernie in that one. But we got the Ontario County Stakes and the Niagara Stakes. They're early in the card. I believe they're the third and fifth races of Monday. You got the return of Sweet Brown Sugar. She'll most likely be the favorite in the Niagara Stakes. And it's a wide open Ontario County Stakes. Those will take place, they already drew them, ready to take place on Monday next week, only a week away. Do want also a reminder, tomorrow and Wednesday, because of the expected high temperatures, we are going to start a little bit early. Gates open at 10:30. First race post time both days at 11:15 a.m., trying to beat the heat. So early post times for both Tuesday and Wednesday. Got to get up a little bit earlier. Got to set the alarm tomorrow. So looking back at the 7th, Dale Avenue looked good in victory in her maiden win, and she was able to get out there with Miss Wobbles. And as good as speed is today, once you get the lead in the stretch, you're not coming back. And she was not, was able to hold off Grand Lady Indy and Matoli's Legacy. Dale Avenue, 2 wins in a row for that one for Ronnie Breed Jr. Good price at odds of 10-1. 5,000 maiden claimer, the last. It goes 5.5, and yeah, you're gonna get a short price favor in here. A big drop in class for Vroom Vroom. Don't stop in the middle, right to the bottom after a kind of a poor effort last time. Now the first start off the year wasn't that bad. She was actually a beaten favorite in that race. Last time she chased and faded over a good racetrack. Now was it the off track? I guess we'll find out today. You would think that she's going to be good enough to be 5,000 maidens. But you never know. It is an aggressive move right to the bottom. And the 6 Scherzer, not as big a drop, although she did just run against special weights a couple races ago, but she didn't have the form of Vroom Vroom. So she tried 11-9. That didn't work out. Let's try go all the way to the bottom to 5,000. Now she does come out of the race, that Call Me Penny race with Dale Avenue, when Dale Avenue came out of that race to win, but her last race wasn't that good. That was 4.5. She's off a layoff, but she might be the main threat on the drop. The one, let's see, the one horse is Little Maze. She's the inside speed, so in a sense, the racetrack favors her running style if she could show more speed. It's not like she went that fast in her last 2 starts, but she broke well in both of them to get the front, especially last race. She shot out there to the front, but then only went 23 and 47. So is she fast enough to get out there and hold the early lead? Because you do want to get out there. And you could be dangerous on today's track where it has been favoring either front speed types or horses that have been close throughout the day. So this one at odds of 13-1 could be dangerous if she is able to make the front end on these. But Vroom Vroom going to be a short price right now at odds of 3-5. We're going to continue the live race course tomorrow with that 11:15 early first post.
All right, let's try and close out this late double here. Feeling a little froggy after getting Dale Avenue home at 23.40. Not so humble brag. I'll tell you what, this city boy is not used to seeing the wind y'all have up here. I got the y'all right just now. This is some wind. In any event, again, first post tomorrow, 11:15. Doors open 10:30. Come on out. Free PPs tonight after 6:30. FingerLakesGaming.com, courtesy of our friends at Equibase. I didn't think Dale Avenue would be that price, if I'm being honest. I can't believe that Scherzer is currently 12-1 because 11-1. It's not even the fact of the price Scherzer is. It's the fact he's the 5th choice, right? She's the 5th choice. This does not make any sense to me. I know Vroom Vroom is dropping, and I know Scherzer dropped last time. But Scherzer's going to drop again to the bottom. And I think it's probably a more positive sign that Scherzer made one stop at the 11-9 before dropping to the 5 than Vroom Vroom, who just goes all the way in for the nickel. Maybe I'm being an optimist. I am a Mets fan after all. But I do believe that that's a good sign. Scherzer also has a little bit more speed than Vroom Vroom has. And it's been hard to make up a bunch of ground on this track. Little Maze from the rails probably going to go. I have her third. Um, After that, Crystal showed speed once and stopped. They've kind of taken her off the pace. Ukrainian Princess showed some speed last time, but nowhere near as fast as Little Maze, really. And the truth of the matter is, Scherzer might be faster than all of them. I would like to see Andre Worry come out of there aggressive, see if Ralphie D can bookend the card with wins. I'd like to see a little aggression from Scherzer. And I put her on top of Vroom Vroom, who, I'll tell you what, started a career with a bunch of board finishes. We saw Princess Sonia come back to win today off the layoff. Finished behind Little Miss Sunshine last year. But her last three efforts have not been good at all. And Jim Aquilano just going to drop her to the bottom. Like I said, I think it's a better sign that Scherzer made the one pit stop for 11 before dropping all the way in for the nickel. I'll put Vroom Vroom second and then a Little Maze. If she can just keep going today, she may have found the right bunch to do it against. I just can't believe the price is on the 6-1 right now. If it stays that way, it's probably worth a 3-horse exacta box here. Hoping that Little Maze holds on or Scherzer gets her. 6-8-1 from me. The Phillies and Mares will be on the track in a couple of minutes. Again, one last time, 11:15 first post tomorrow and Wednesday due to the heat. 10:30 doors open. PP's tonight, 6:30. FingerLakesGaming.com, courtesy of Equibase. Thanks for joining us today. Congratulations if you took part in the contest and you're doing well. If Vroom Vroom gets beat in the finale, we'll have a pick 6 carryover tomorrow. Best of luck here in race number 8. We'll see you tomorrow. The field for the finale is coming out onto the track. The one is Little Maze with Emmanuel De Diego. The 2 is La Dama Dorada. Rafael Rohina Jr. rides. The 3 is My Little One with John Berrios. The 4 is Crystal. Michael Davila Jr. looks to sweep the late double. The 5 is Ukrainian Princess with Kevin Navarro. The 8 is Vroom Vroom with Luis Perez. And the 6 is Scherzer with Andre Worry. Scratch the 7 Anna V and the 9 Jen's Kiss. Post time in just a couple of minutes for race 8. Post time in a minute. 1 minute. The field for race 8 has made its way to the starting gate, and it's post time. Runners load for the finale. Only horse covered in the pick 6 is number 8, Vroom Vroom, your heavy favorite, as Little Maze goes in. The lone firster, La Dama Dorada, up next. Here's my little one. Crystal is up next. She's followed by Ukrainian Princess. Don't forget, first post tomorrow, special early post time, 11:15 a.m. Tomorrow and Wednesday, gates open, doors open at 10:30. Scherzer goes in. The last to load is Vroom Vroom. They're in the gate. And they're off. Vroom Vroom tries to show some speed today, but there's the first La Dama Dorada, who flashes hers and immediately opens up 3/4 of a length, now a length, trying to keep pace along the inside as this speedy Little Maze in second. Between fillies and mares is Crystal, who now moves into second along with Scherzer. Stacked 4 deep is Vroom Vroom, the favorite. Then we come back to Little Maze, who's off the pace today. The 2 trailers are Ukrainian Princess and My Little One. 23 seconds for the opening quarter, and it's La Dama Dorada. La Dama Dorada, 3/4 of a length. Crystal trying to chase her down in second. Outside to the favorite Vroom Vroom, who just went past Scherzer. Little Maze is under a drive. Then Ukrainian Princess and My Little One. La Dama Dorada and Rafael Rohina Jr. have a length and a half as they come off the turn and into the stretch through a 47 3/2. La Dama Dorada has built a 2-length lead. Trying to gun her down is Crystal. No impact at all from Vroom Vroom. Not today for Vroom Vroom. La Dama Dorada is trying to make her debut a winning one, and La Dama Dorada is home free. La Dama Dorada by 2. Crystal second over Little Maze, and Vroom Vroom settles for fourth in 108-1. Number 2, La Dama Dorada was first. 4, Crystal second. 1, Little Maze third. 8, Vroom Vroom finished fourth. Making her way to the winner's circle for the first time is the number 2, La Dama Dorada. 4-year-old daughter of Golden Ticket out of the Eltish mare. Ella's Gone West is a New York bred. La Dama Dorada is owned and trained by Deborah A. Breed, winning rider Rafael Rojino Jr. $2 double, 2-2, 62.50. $2 exacta, 2-4, 253.50. 50-cent try, 241, 261 even. 10-cent super, 2-4, 1-8, $189.65. 50-cent pick 3, 4-2-2, $1,173.50. Pick 4, $1,370.75. Pick 5, $5,915.75. Nobody picked 6. 5 of 6, $714. There's a pick 6 carryover of $3,137.52 into tomorrow's card, which again has a special start time tomorrow and Wednesday at 11:15 a.m. Past performances, courtesy of Equibase, available at fingerlakesgaming.com tonight after 6:30. That wraps up the Monday action here at Finger Lakes Gaming and Racetrack. Casino is open till 4 a.m. Racing resumes tomorrow. 8-race card, pick 6 carryover, special start time, 11:15 a.m. with doors opening at 10:30 a.m. Until then, on behalf of the broadcast team, staff, and management here at Finger Lakes Gaming and Racetrack, I'm your track announcer, the Big A, Anthony Stabile. Thanking you for joining us today. Please arrive home or wherever you're going safely, stay cool, and have a great night.